written this evening. It's called Pizza Honey, and it was written by Maggie Merritt. And Maggie has joined us this evening. So at the end of the reading, we'll introduce her and we'll open the floor for questions and comments. Okay, so it's called Pizza Honey, as I said, written by Maggie Merritt. And here are your characters. We have Taft, a pizza delivery person, being played by Marissa Kemp.
Hi, guys.
Next, we have Granny, which is Taft's grandmother, played by Catherine Flanagan.
Hello.
Then we have the pizza delivery customer, being played by John Torres.
Hello there.
And finally, we have the customer's wife, being played by Sony Jackson.
Aloha!
Scene 1 is at the customer's house. The lights are up on customer and wifey, who are standing inside their house.
Who's that at the door?
Probably the mailman with the package I ordered.
Did you order fast food takeout when I wasn't looking?
Why would I do that?
Well, I hope you didn't. It isn't good for a man your age to eat greasy foods all the time.
With your cooking, it wouldn't be good for a man my age to eat at all.
What was that, dear?
Nothing. You know, I think I'm going to go check on that package.
Hurry back, dear. I made tofu delight with Brussels sprouts.
Yes, wifey. Brussels sprout delight indeed.
Customer exits the house in the front yard behind a bush.
I know he's up to some trick.
She looks out the window.
What is he doing there? Hiding? I betcha he ordered that greasy takeout food. He's trying to avoid my cooking and gives himself a heart attack in the process. I'm not going to let that happen. I have a plan.
That's the end of scene 1. Scene 2, we're at the customer's front yard. Lights up on Taft, wifey, and the customer. Taft is standing in the front of the yard of the customer's house. Wifey is still in the house. And Taft is carrying a pizza box and talking to Granny on her cell phone.
Taft, are you there?
Hello, Granny.
I need to tell you something.
It'll have to wait, Granny. I'm doing a delivery right now.
It's important.
Not now, Granny.
It's urgent.
I'm busy.
It's a matter of life or death.
What is it?
I did something stupid.
Did you make Grandpa walk to the store with you again in matching clothing? It's not a matter of life or death. It's just awkward.
No. I mean, yes, but that's not what the emergency is this time.
Tell me, Granny.
I let my granddaughter deliver a pizza to a haunted house.
The house isn't haunted, Granny.
That's what the ghost wants you to believe.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
All the ladies at the beauty parlor think there is. You should hear the wild stories they tell about the house on Broome Avenue.
How did you know I was delivering to Broome Avenue?
I installed a tracking app on your phone.
Awkward.
It's not awkward if it's done by someone who loves you.
Okay, Granny, well, I'd love to stay and talk, but I really need to get back to my delivery.
I'm just worried about you, Taft. Those wild stories, I tell you. You know, Mrs. Frederick, one of the women at the parlor, told me that the last person who delivered to that house on Broome Avenue was scared to death.
Granny, there's no such thing as ghosts. The house isn't haunted, and you can't really be scared to death. And I don't think getting news from a beauty parlor is reliable. What the?
Taft's voice trails off as she squints ahead of herself as if looking at a sign.
Taft, what happened? I can't hear you. Are you dead?
Yes, Granny, I'm dead. Ooh.
Oh, good. Now, tell me, what's going on?
It's just a note on the door.
What does it say?
Dear Pizza Delivery, if you're reading this, it's best you go back to wherever you came from. We don't need your services. Wacky.
It's the ghost. It's playing with your mind.
There's no such thing as ghosts, Granny.
Don't be so easily fooled.
While Taft and Granny argue, the customer is watching. He overhears Taft and Granny's conversation.
My wife's messing with my plans. I guess I can't just walk up to the girl and she's probably watching from the window. What to do? Psst, psst. Delivery girl. Delivery girl.
Yeah, okay, Granny, I'm leaving.
Delivery girl.
What's that noise? It's the ghost, isn't it?
There's no such thing as ghosts. It's just...
Yo, you, over here.
Taft, what in the peanut butter and jelly is going on?
A talking bush!
In the bushes. I'm in the bushes.
Well, this is awkward.
What is he doing now? He thinks he can get away by hiding in the bushes and having the pizza gal delivered to him there? Well, I'm stopping this at once. By the time I get outside, he could have eaten the pizza already. I'll just use the house speakerphone.
Here's your money. Just leave the pizza in front of the bushes.
Okay.
Hands off that pizza, you fuzz!
It's a ghost!
Taft
I told you so.
off, throwing the pizza box down.
Oh, my pizza.
He picks up
Oh,
the
good.
box
Still warm and cheesy.
examining it to make sure his favorite pizza is all right.
Oh, my pizza. Oh, good. Still warm and cheesy.
Wifey stands by customer, glaring at him.
What do you think you're doing, mister?
Pizza, honey?
Curtain. Very nicely done. Yes, yay. Okay, if I can ask everybody to go back into gallery view so we can see one another. And please turn on your mics so that we can hear you as well. And at this time, if anybody has a question or a comment for either of the play, oh, let's introduce the playwright first. Maggie Merritt, do I see Maggie?
No, Maggie couldn't get connected. She couldn't hear anything.
Oh, she can't be here.
She said to please post questions for her on Facebook, and she'll be happy to. She'll be happy to answer them there.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay, well then, if you have any questions or comments for our actors, we're opening the floor to everybody. So.
Well, John, you seem very comfortable in that role. Does Jennifer know about this?
Brussels sprout delight?
Hey, I've got a good recipe for that.
Is that Christopher Plummer or is that Paul Derney?
I know you're jealous, John.
Oh,
I'm about 2 or 3 haircuts behind here.
Yeah.
exactly. Well, I have to say, since rehearsal last night, you all have really come even. It was good last night, and it's even better tonight. So kudos to all of you. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
You're welcome.
Sorry I jumped your stage direction, Liz.
What's that?
I'm sorry I jumped your stage direction.
Oh, that's okay. No problem. We're good.
I have a question.
Yes.
How hard is it to do this on Zoom like this and cut to each other and not step on each other's lines, etc.?
There is a bit of a lag, and the lag is different for individual viewers. It's not a horrible thing. Today it went pretty well, but because Zoom is listening to everybody and it wants to make a decision as to which is the primary source. When 2 people talk together, it's very possible that they don't really hear each other.
Yeah.
So that's complicated.
Yeah.
Have you thought about the possibility of having, when you have 2 people in a scene talking to each other, that they both be on the screen at the same time? Can't you do a twofer?
There is a way to do that. I think if we had 2 people, I haven't done it before, Bob, so I'm not sure. But I did see some mechanism, some way to have 2 people on a screen at the same time. I played around with it briefly. it confounded me, so I did not try to do it. Yeah.
It's a good reason not to follow.
Right.
You know, and we do want to have people's, I mean, I don't know how else to describe it, that their heads are large enough in the screen and really focused on one actor at a time. But I don't know, you know, there are ways, if I'm not mistaken, where you can say we have 4 actors in this thing or 5 actors and everybody else we don't see.
Yeah.
All right, so Maggie's trying to get back on, so we'll see if she has a chance.
Wonderful.
All right, no, I'm still not showing sound for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. We had her earlier. We could at least see her, and she was trying to get her audio working, and we thought it was going to work, but
Has she entered every week since this started?
I think so.
What's that?
Terrific.
Yeah.
She's entered every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty
she's
close
entered
to it. Pretty
as
close
well.
to it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And we did do one a couple of weeks back. One of hers had one. Oh,
Maggie, yeah, the idea behind the play was interesting because it really is kind of an everyman story. I mean, we've all been with a spouse that's giving us a hard time for not eating properly. Certainly, I have been the victim of that kind of abuse. But it's very familiar. That thing. It's not quite a nag. It's just a little communication thing going on there.
Exactly. That would probably be.
I always like to know where did this come from?
Yes, me too.
Did you sit down one day and go, I have a, that could be a play. That my grandmother was like this. This happened to my father and mother. What happened?
I would also like to know if it destroyed her vision of the play since we cast a female as a pizza delivery person instead of a guy.
Oh,
right.
Although I thought that it was played great by Marissa and Catherine, it felt very real. The sarcastic teenager and Granny and stuff, that really felt good and it sounded good.
Exactly.
Thanks, John.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks, John.
it's like you don't even have to role play, Catherine.
I know.
I was just about to say, it was a perfect role for Cat. There's ghosts.
I don't have any granddaughters.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the performance tonight. It was very good.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you, guys.
yeah, I thought it was too. I know, and one of the questions I usually ask the playwrights is, did the actors come through the way you saw the characters, and did they sound and act the way you perceived them when you were writing the story? So, but before we do go, I guess now I can make this announcement. Only you know this already, but next week, if you come back at 8 o'clock, we will be doing a performance of Last Taxi Ride.
At 7.
Dan Mills. And the rest of your friends are going to have to wait until after this to find that out. And I'm guessing that's the way we're going to do it now going forward, right, Brian? Yep.
Yeah, we'll change the graphics and all
Exactly.
of that. Sort of an
So
inspired thing.
Exactly. So,
She
okay.
answered. She answered, by the way.
She did.
Yeah.
Chat.
Okay.
Yes, I eat pizza, not a fan of Brussels sprouts.
I love
Good.
them. Oh, I love them. Some salt.
I'm not reading any more of your plays, Maggie.
And I love Brussels sprouts.
Me too.
I do. Yeah.
Not a
Brussels
fan.
sprouts pizza.
Well, I love pizza too, but I don't know if I'd want my Brussels sprouts on my pizza though. Not sure.
Better
about
than
On the
pineapple.
textures.
Yeah.
Green is green.
She says, I actually took the older people from the persona of a beloved elderly neighbor. Oh,
Ah,
I can be beloved.
yes, you can.
That's why we call it acting. Kathy.
oh.
Steve, you're just so
I've
weird.
enjoyed this. I've got to go. I'll talk to you all later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi,
Hi,
Jim.
Jim.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you.
Please go on the 10-minute play page and write any questions you have for Maggie and let her answer them there so everybody gets this. I will post the video for this week's winners after we get offline here.